Can a sim pilot fly a real airplane? We're about to find out.
Golf Echo. Okay. Where the Washington. Yep. Alright, so you're going to go on that side of the plane, you're going to open the door, the big long lever, you just pump that lever, and then finger hit the side, I'll meet you in the check this there, we're going to start with that. What's it say? What's the first thing?
It says Hodge and tack time.
Alright, so Hodge and tack time, what we're going to do, we're going to verify that it's the appropriate. The little metal rod is going to go in that hole that's right there in the, not hole, but in that orifice of the corner of the wing. Right there, good?
So get just checking for water on the fuel.
Yeah, a little bit harder there, push it further. Okay, 3, 2, 1, that's good right there. Alright, what color is that?
Like a clear bluish color.
Cool, that's your first test. You're not colorblind. Very good.
Okay.
No, so what we're checking, they dye the fuel blue so we know it's the proper grade of fuel. Okay? Different grades have different colors, so
alright. Yeah.
we're checking for cracks on the sidewall in case it's getting old or whatever. We're checking the brake side for the brake disc, having too many scores in it or something like that. Brake pads look good. And then finally, this cable here, we want to make sure that there's nothing leaking out of that red brake fluid. That would be a bad day, right? So everything here looks great. What's next?
Alright, so we have left fuselage.
Alright, so fuselage is pretty much from here until we start with the tail feathers back there. So we're looking for like wrinkles, like if someone had a hard landing, we might wrinkle this part right here. Looking for any other issues, like maybe some cracks developing, that kind of thing. So looking good there. What's next? Baggage door right here. That thing's sealed. You can pop this open to see. Put your suitcases in there if you're going on a trip, whatever. Close it just like that. Empennage. So we got several words from the French, right? They have a lot of previous history. So that just refers to this kind of 3-piece tail assembly, right? So we're checking that it's attached properly. Here we get a lot of rocks get picked up by the propeller and thrown back here. So we're looking for things that are too big, like chips that are too big. So this is a dent right here. It's not bad at all though. If it gets much worse than that, then we'll have a mechanic look at it. But this is all looking good for now. Alright, we'll move around here. These tips are made out of plastic and they can sometimes get cracked in the sun, but those look good. You know what this is called?
Elevator.
Elevator, right, good stuff. So I just like to check it for freedom of movement, make sure it's got the right weight to it, that kind of thing. Next item there is the tail tie down. Why don't you go ahead and untie that real quick? Actually, I gotta go back. I'll do it first. Keep yourself warm. Yeah. Now it's showing there. You see, you can pull it up again. See it? You see that little? So good. So we're right above 5. Right, we got 6 gallons or so. Cool. So you can go ahead and drop that back in there and come on down. Right. There you go. Good. All right. Do we have that check? Did we tell you to check? Awesome. Perfect.
All right.
Prime 2.6.
Switch.
Perfect. So we'll get that key here. Bumps go down. Good. All right. So now you'll see that there's several different settings, right? Off, right, left, both. So we're gonna go to both for now. But later in the flight, it goes to start and then goes back to both automatic. It's just like a little momentary, right?
Okay.
Later, lap or something like that, and then the other hand goes to the key. So We're going to turn the key for 8 seconds. If it doesn't start within that, we're going to let go, but it's going to start within 1 or 2 seconds most likely.
Okay.
And the hand here is just to help it get to 1,000 RPM right away and help it start. So it should be fine where it is. Just in case it's too much, we'll pull it back, that kind of thing. Okay, so go ahead.
Where's my engine gate?
Here.
Okay.
Good question. So there's 1,000 RPM. So
Right,
go ahead, crank it and hold it for 8 seconds. Good. Awesome. Boom. We're good. All right. Check this. So start. Good. Load pressure looks good right here. Perfect. Amp meter right here is just at the 0 or above. That means it's good. Good. Now you got your headset to work. Yep. So you can do that now. And then you got to plug your end in. I forgot about that.
So guys, I will be jumping in periodically to let you guys know what's going on, what we're doing, as we're not plugged into the headset, so we can't receive headset audio with the video. So first impressions really quick. I'm very pleased with this flight. It was an excellent birthday gift by my lovely lady. The yoke feels almost exactly like the honeycomb yoke. I was surprised at the rudder inputs on the ground. It was a little more resistant than I thought, which is why you see me doing the grandma taxi right now. But it was an overall excellent experience. The biggest surprise though was that he let me have about 97.8% control of the aircraft through the entire flight. The takeoff that you're about to see was performed by me, myself, and I. He gave me instruction. I took the aircraft off. I haven't seen that for an introductory flight before, so it was awesome. The back pressure, the feeling, the G-forces of what the airplane is doing is something that we are missing in the sim. And the second thing is, as far as the camera movements, I apologize for that. It was a very, very windy day today here in Maryland, and it definitely showed in the air as far as the turbulence. But I was able to keep the aircraft on course, keep her level, pretty much where he wanted me to be at. And once we got out of DCA's airspace, out over the Chesapeake Bay, they turned us loose, and he let me do some maneuvers. We'll talk about those further in the video.
Scott 400 Golf Echo departing runway 18 to the east, freeway.
Hey guys, welcome back. So we're slowly making our way out to our operating area out over the Chesapeake Bay. The camera's going to zoom in a few times on the GPS, and I want you to take note of the traffic that's in the area. So that was our first priority, was navigating the traffic. Secondly, the instructor is going to have me do a series of aileron banks left and right in quick succession. And what he's trying to demonstrate is he wants me to have my eyes locked on a fixed point on the ground, and he wants that fixed point to stay stationary even though I'm rolling the aircraft. We're not changing heading much, but he wants my eyes to stay fixated on that. So when you bank the aircraft and you put the correct amount of rudder input in, your eyes will stay fixated. They won't adjust left or right to pick up your target. So you'll see that in just a few moments. here we're coming back around and starting to make our way back towards the airport. He wanted to demonstrate the slow flight characteristics of the Cessna 172 and get me used to flying at slow speed. So we went to about, I think, 20 degrees of flaps and just held it there, power on, until she started to stall. We got this thing down to about 30 something knots, but here's the kicker. We had a 72 knot headwind, so we were able to easily keep from falling out of the sky here with that headwind. Alright guys, so in this clip the instructor has me do a maneuver that you have to do to get your PPL. It's called turns around a point. So we put a stationary object on the bottom of our wing, which in this case is that big house in the field right there sitting by itself, and the goal is to do a 360-degree turn around that stationary object without moving much away from the object, which is challenging in itself, because if you have strong winds like we had today, you have to adjust your bank angle throughout the whole turn to keep that object roughly the same distance away from the aircraft. So we did 2 laps around this house. As the camera goes out of focus here, we did 2 laps around this house, and I think I did pretty good. Alright, so in this clip we're getting ready to make our base turn for our final approach. The approach into this airport is a bit tricky because we got power lines just off of center line at this airport, and so you got to kind of make this dog leg entry into the final approach from your base turn. But again, the instructor let me go right down to pretty much over the highway, which is US 50, right out in front of us there. He pretty much let me go all the way down to about 150 feet before he asked for the airplane. This approach did result in a go around. I was a bit high on the approach, which is cool. First time flying a real airplane. So as you see us coming in now, we're a bit high. You can see both poppy lights are white. You want one white and one red. So we're a bit rocky. The wind's picked up, so we initiate the go around. Alright, so we're on our second attempt here after the first botched landing. Again, the instructor allowed me to fly the pattern again, giving me pointers along the way. This attempt was a lot more stable. The wind seemed like they had died down briefly until we turned on final. As we turned on final, we were right where we needed to be on the glide slope, and he let me take the airplane down again all the way to we got above the highway, which is right there almost at the threshold, at which point he took over and landed the airplane. Overall, it was an excellent birthday. Awesome experience, guys. If you haven't done it, get out and go get you a discovery flight. Be the best thing you've done. Also want to make note that I will be back streaming. We got some new toys. We got a new setup going. We're rocking that new HP Reverb G2. So we'll be trying some of that out on the channel. And yeah, thanks for watching. So we'll be streaming probably after the new year. So keep your eyes open for that. If you haven't done so, like this video, rate this video, comment on this video, and most importantly, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Alright guys, LeoStixx is out.